Hi, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome. Hopefully, your fourth session of the week. I'm hoping so. If not, doesn't matter. Welcome in any case. Tonight's session is our Jet Flow beginners. As you guys know, it's every Tuesday and every Thursday from 5:30 to 6:15. So it's 45 minutes. Really slow practice. We look at the basics. We try and move the whole body. This week we are focusing on hips. So we'll do a little more stuff around the pelvis. For instance, last week was a lot more shoulders and opening the upper back, whereas this week's a lot more getting some mobility going around in the pelvis. Hi Zita, welcome. Hi Bronwyn, nice to have you. Yeah, it is so cold in Hermanus. We got some rain here, which is actually pretty nice though. So the fire is going. I made soup today. You guys should be proud of me. It was my meal prep for tonight and tomorrow. So I did sweet potato leek soup, which was really nice actually to just spend some time putting some love into, my own food, which my partner usually does a lot of the cooking in the house, and it was really nice to actually spend some time behind the stove and just make a good hearty meal. So my meal prep is done for tomorrow, which is so nice because I don't have to worry about food tomorrow. Hi everyone. Hello Karine. Welcome. Oh, so good to hear that you're back and that you're enjoying the sessions. Everyone who's online, let me know how you guys are feeling. Let me know how your week has been, how your bodies are feeling. How have your first 2 days of Fly High in July been? I must say, I feel like June was quite intense and quite hectic. Not that July is going to be a puppy compared to June, but I just feel a lot more grounded. I feel really motivated. I feel really energized. You guys have a big role to play in that. So yeah, it's always great seeing all of you here in the sessions. Welcome back, Sandra. Hello, Raz, as always. Hi, Shamima. Nice to have you join. Hi, Michaela. Welcome, everybody. So, as usual, you will need your yoga mat or towel if you don't have a yoga mat, and then just a cushion. So, you'll see the more of these sessions you do, the more you'll realize if you're using the right cushion or not. That was a question the other day. The cushion is there as extra padding, it's there as extra support throughout your practice. So, try out different pillows, different shapes, different sizes. It's there to be a substitute for a yoga pillow or cushion and a yoga bolster, which obviously a lot of us don't have at home. So then we just use a regular cushion. All right, guys, other than that, hi, Tanya. Loving these sessions. So happy to hear that. How does everyone's hips feel this week? Because we've done a few intense hip classes. We've really gotten in there. I am feeling really, really great. The point of these practices is to really feel better afterwards, not worse. But of course, if you're putting in 2, 3 high intensity sessions a day, if you're doing those one-on-ones, if you're really pushing yourself, then of course you're going to need extra rehab. So movement, mobility, recovery, right? That's what these sessions are about, guys. Hi, Michelle, first flow session. Welcome, Michelle. Is it your first flow with me, or is it your first yoga session? Let me know. Lisa, hi Kathleen, my hips are good, my shoulders are tight now. It's like a seesaw. Last week we got the hips, the shoulders loose, and the hips are tight. This week we work on the hips and the shoulders get tight. So we'll still be moving everything throughout the practice. So, even though the practice is hips focused, it's still an individual practice. So if it's your shoulders you feel that need a bit of work, then do a few little extra shoulder loops as you go, or hold an extra breath or two in a shape that feels really good. Always releasing your shoulders a lot, and take it as you go. Hi, Susan. Welcome. Lovely to have everyone here. Yeah, so almost the end of another week. I always get to like Thursday and Friday, and I can't believe it's like gone by like that. Um, and moving into July, which is so exciting. I know that a lot of you on here, hi Teresa, welcome everybody. I know that a lot of you on here are already members or are already signed up for one-on-one trainings. So I kind of always talk about this in the beginning in our little chats, just to give you guys a little reminder of everything that's on offer. So obviously the classes are free, so bring your friends, bring your family. If you've got any friends who or family members who've never done yoga before, bring them to these beginner sessions. And what's so nice is that they can do it from home. So there isn't that maybe feeling intimidated by going to, a gym or a yoga studio where there's a bunch of yogis around you who are most likely, gymnasts or dancers earlier on in life or whatever may be the case. So you're really doing it from the comfort of your own home, and you're just in your own body, and you're just practicing because it feels good. And you're practicing out of a space of healing and repair and a place of non-judgment. So bring your friends, bring your family to these classes, guys. And then obviously if they're enjoying it, tell them about the membership, 200 Rand per month, right? They sign up, they get onto the WhatsApp groups, they get the extra information about cooking with Chef Adrian on Wednesday, they get the guided runs, so many extra benefits for that extra 200 Rand a month that we use to make the platform better for you guys. As you know, there's like, I said, I said to someone the other day, I feel like Jeff is like Santa and his little elves, right? So like, there's like almost like Jono and then all the Jeffs, like all the coaches and everyone back, backstage, busy working and like making this machine kind of turn. So your 200 Rand is what helps us make the machine turn for all of us. And then of course, go look on the website or go look on the Facebook page for the testimonials on one-on-one. If you want to know what that's about, that's where you're going to get the honest stories. And if you have any other questions, comment on the videos or send us a message, and anyone will be happy to help, or a coach will get back to you as soon as possible. So yes, let's take another 2 or so minutes and just see if anyone else is popping online live to join. Oh, I see we've got here a few people. Yay, some familiar faces. Hi, Shanae. Here's a first flow and yoga session. Welcome. We'll just move slowly. This is a beginner's friendly practice. Yet, and if you've never done these things before in your body, remember it's new. So your brain and your body need to make the connections. So just have a bit of fun, relax, focus on your breath, and the more you do these sessions, the more you'll get to know the practice. Hello, Rita. The hips is fine, just the shoulders. Good day, everybody. Woo! Is that from the boxing, guys? I actually didn't do the session this morning, but Neil, my boyfriend, was like huffing and puffing boxing in the lounge this morning. I'm assuming it's around that. Okay, let's see if we can do some shoulder stuff in practice today as well then. Hi, babe. Good evening. Paula, it's my first flow and yoga. Ooh, a lot of newbies. I love that. So, guys, again, beginner's friendly practice. Look after your bodies. Don't overstretch. Stop when you need to. Focus on your breath. All right. So, keep it simple. You'll need a mat or towel and then a cushion. The cushion serves as a prop to either sit on or have underneath you at any point if you're feeling sort of sore contact with the floor, for instance, if you're on your knees. All right. Hi, Michelle. The Jeff elves. Hi, Kareem. One-on-one is amazing. Oh, I know the one-on-one sessions are just like I have like a little cry every flipping day. Renal Ann, Bronwyn Noble, ready to flow. So am I. Laura Falstad made it. Phew. You've still got a whole minute left. We always say in yoga time, if you've still got a minute left, then you're fine. You're actually early. Cool, everyone. So nice to have you all here. I hope you've all put this time aside and possibly really made your space nice and quiet. Kicked everyone out of the room. Maybe light a candle, light some incense, guys. Make sure you have something warm for Shavasana after class. And really try and put these 45 minutes aside for yourself. Okay, cool. I think let's get started. Series core galore, nailed my shoulders, too many push-ups. Sounds about right, Lisa. All right, guys. Well, coming to an easy cross-legged seat on our mats. Okay, so a lot of the time I'm facing this way on my mat. You don't have to shift like that all the time. You could start like this now, but a lot of the time you'll be facing lengthways on your mat, and I just turn to give you a better view of what I'm doing. All right, but let's come into easy cross-legged seat. You could sit on your cushion. You're crossing at the ankles, and then rest your hands down on your knees. Sit nice and tall. Take a loop of the shoulders up, back, and down. At the same time, broaden your shoulders from left to right. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And a big sigh out through the mouth. And again, a deep breath in. A big sigh out through the mouth. And a deep breath in, last one here. And a big exhale out. Just allow yourself to settle into your seat. So relax a little around the hips and the knees. And your spine is tall and your top row of teeth are parallel to the floor. And deepen your inhale and your exhale. And with every exhale, let all your stress, your thoughts, anxiety, relationships, job, children, animals, home, let all of that move all the way out on your exhales until you're just with yourself. Making that your intention for the practice today, to simply be here. To know that you deserve to be here and you deserve this time. All right, let's open our eyes. And then we'll actually get moving immediately because it's quite chilly tonight. So let's meet in tabletop position. So you could place your cushion to the side. Bring your hands as wide as your shoulders, spread through your palms. Bring your knees under your hips and then tuck your toes under, right? So we're going to move through a little sequence called cat-cow. Your cow shape we extend. So we lift the sit bones, soft belly, lift the chin, curl the ears back, keep your toes tucked under, that's your inhale. And then your exhale is the opposite. So untuck your toes, tops of the feet, draw navel to spine, tuck your tailbone down, press firmly into your hands and tuck your chin, empty the breath. 2 more like that. Inhaling, lengthen, lift. And exhaling, curl and round. Make sure your fingers are nice and spread and that you're pressing into all 4 corners of your hands as well as your fingerprints. Last one here, tuck your toes, lengthen the spine. And then exhale, navel to spine, curl round. Beautiful. Let's come into a neutral spine. All right, so if any point now your knees feel a little sensitive, you could pop the cushion under your knees or you could flip your mat, okay? Otherwise, bring your knees a little closer to one another. Bring your hands a little closer to one another. We're going to raise our right leg up and back behind us. Okay, my hip line is level, so I'm not popping my right hip up. I'm rolling my inner right thigh up to the ceiling, and I'm flexing my left toes down to the floor. Right toes, sorry. Bring your weight into your right hand, find your balance, and stretch as if someone's pulling your leg and pulling your arms. Stretch yourself apart. Take an inhale. And then on your exhale, like your cat shape, curl and round, touch your elbow and your knee. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale, reach. And exhale, curl. Inhale, reach. And exhale, curl. Nice. Inhale, reach. And now place your left hand down, place your right foot down, and then kind of press back onto that right foot so you stretch the back of that right leg. So you could move forward and back here a little bit, get a little into your right calf muscle, sending the heel further past the line of the ball of the foot. Beautiful. Release. Right knee next to left. Send your left leg back and up. And again, at first, we'll flex that ankle. We're not popping the hip up. So in other words, my left toes are pointing down, trying to keep my sacrum level. Bring your weight onto your left hand, reach your right arm forward, take a full breath in. And then navel to spine like your cat shape, bring your elbow to your knee. Exhale. Reach long, inhale. And curl round. Exhale. One more, stay with me. Inhale. And exhale, round. And then reach all the way forward. Place your right hand down. Flex your left ankle again. Tuck your toes under. And then again here, you'll just kind of push back in your hands. Take that left heel back. Get a little bit of a stretch in the calf muscle. And just rocking a little forward and back to that back line. Nice. And then let's bring our left knee back. We'll move into a wide knee child's pose. So take your knees nice and wide. Keep your big toes touching. From here, you're going to sit your buttocks to your heels. Okay, so if it feels a bit hectic with a flexion in the knees, this is when your cushion comes into play. Cushion comes on top of heels. Hands reach forward as far as you can go. And maybe this is where you stay. Head just lowers here. Okay, otherwise you're going to creep your arms forward, forward, forward as far as you can go. And we're going to take 3 full rounds of breath here, so I want you to count them. In through the nose. Out through the nose. In through the nose. Out through the nose. Last one, in through the nose. And out through the nose. So nice. Press into your hands, lift your gaze. Bring yourself back onto all fours. Remove your cushion if you've used it. Make sure your knees are hip distance apart. Take your hands one hand's distance forward. All right, again, spread your palm like a starfish. Tuck your toes under. And then a bent knee downward dog. So downward dog, right, isn't like a plank. Our shoulders aren't above our wrists. We're sending our hips up high, pressing our arms diagonally back and allowing the head to rest down. So it's almost like you're pressing your belly to your thighs. Nice. Inner shoulders roll forward, outer shoulders roll down, so you're not crunching up into your ears. Lower belly is drawing in. Press firmly into your left hand and start to anchor your right heel down to the floor. So now draw your right thigh up, squeeze it, firm your right kneecap, deepen your breath. Nice, and switch. Bend right knee, press firmer into your right palm, and then anchor left heel down towards the floor. Keep sinking your chest down. Nice. Bend both knees. Look forward. You might come onto your fingertips, but you're slowly going to walk kind of 1 foot's distance, 1 foot's distance, 1 foot's distance. Maybe when you get here, you come up onto your fingertips. And again, you go 1 foot's distance, 1 foot's distance until you come to the top of your mat. All right, let's bring our big toes to touch. Take a little halfway lift by bending your knees, pressing into your shins. And like you're trying to make a tabletop. So you're sending your sit bones back. You're drawing your shoulders down. And you're looking slightly forward. Beautiful. Soften everything down. Bend your knees. We're going to roll our spine up. So bend your knees a little more. Feel how the buttocks activate. Suck your lower belly in. Press into your feet. Arms and head are heavy. They come up last. So from the bottom to the top, start to stack your vertebrae to roll yourself all the way up to stand. And you'll loop shoulders up, back, and down. Nice. Take a high mountain. So inhale, sweep your arms up. Stretch through your spine, stretch through your belly. Sink your tailbone slightly down. And then bend your knees, send your buttocks back, send your arms forward. Keep the knees bent, fold all the way down, tuck your chin. All right, from here, come back into that little halfway lift, but bend your knees as much as you need to keep your fingertips on the floor. So my thighs are almost working towards being parallel, right? Chair pose, stay low, sweep your arms up. Nice. And so now I'm not crushing my knees into one another. My lower belly is drawing in. And if I look down, I should be able to see my big toes in front of my knees. I know it's strong. Stay one more breath. Nice. Release, fold forward if you like. You could straighten out the legs here. And let's all come back into a halfway lift. We're going to lift our left foot up and step it back into a lunge. Okay, so we've got our feet on parallel tracks. My front foot is in line with the long edge of the mat. My front knee is stacked above my front ankle. I'm going to press firmly into my legs, and then I'm going to float my torso up into a high lunge. All right, so both my hips are trying to face forward. My left thigh is active, my left glute is active, and I'm reaching up with my arms. All right, let's open up the hips to our warrior two. So guide your left heel down to the center line of your mat. Now you should have a heel to heel alignment. Your front foot is exactly as it was, but now your back foot is parallel to the short edge of your mat. Extend both your arms out. Keep lunging nice and deep in the legs, but the torso doesn't go forward, so draw yourself back. Activate left thigh. Roll outer right hip down. So almost as if there's a wall in front of you and a wall behind you, and it's trying to almost squeeze you onto a line here. Take one more breath. And then let's straighten out our right leg. So here for a moment, I want you to feel how easy it is to lock out this right knee joint now. Everyone take a little micro bend. So I'm not bending, I'm not locking, my leg is straight, but I'm not locking out in that knee joint. Reversing our triangle pose. Flip your right palm up. Allow your left hand to move to your left thigh. And then slowly you're going to allow left hand to slide down, right arm to draw up. You can look up to that hand, you could look forward, or you could even look down to your back foot, whatever feels better for your balance and to keep your breath. Okay, watch for locking out that front knee, and you're trying to roll your right rib cage up to the ceiling. Hold 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Come back into your warrior 2, so it's both palms face down. And we'll move into our extended side angle. So my right forearm is going to rest on my right thigh. I'm not dumping. You must be able to come up at any time. You're just resting it there. Left palm flips up. And then you're going to draw that palm up and over. If you can, looking under your left armpit and trying to pull. Remember that feeling of pulling your leg and your arm apart? You're doing the same here. Squeeze your right sit bone in. Draw your lower belly in. Squeeze your left thigh. Really nice, everyone. Come all the way back, warrior 2. And then straighten out your right leg. Good job. Right toes turn forward. And then we'll take the warrior 2 to the other side. So let's take our left toes out. But then you want to do a quick check, because I can see I need to shift my right foot back then so that I've got my heel to heel alignment. My front foot is parallel to the long line of my mat. My front shin is trying to be vertical. My back foot parallel to the short edge of my mat. And my torso pulling back. A lot of work in this pose. It's a warrior pose. It's a strong pose. And you're using your legs to find some space in the pelvis. All right? So see if you can lunge a little deeper. Remember not to use your face or your jaw for these poses. Face is relaxed. Hold 2 more breaths. And release front leg. Let's raise our right hand to our right thigh. Flip your left palm up. Reversing your triangle without locking your left knee joint. Pull that front arm up and back. And then it's this beautiful stretch in the left side body. Notice if you're picking up tension anywhere. Soften. And then come back to your warrior 2. From here, finding our extended side angle, so it's left forearm down, right palm flips up, and you're pulling that right arm up and over as far as you can. Try not to lean forward, so draw yourself back. Remember that feeling as if there's a wall behind you and in front of you. Nice. Don't dump onto that front leg, so lift that left arm for a moment. Nice. Place it back down. Let's take 1 more breath. Nice. All right. And then bring yourself up, warrior 2. Okay, little tricky now. We're moving into that high lunge from warrior 2. So swivel your feet. Find your high lunge. You might need to step back foot a little closer. Strong, straight arms, hips facing forward. Take 1 more full breath. Nice. All right, take your hands forward. And then we're going to walk ourselves all the way to a wide-legged forward fold. So both my toes are facing forward. My heels are slightly out. And then you're going to tilt your pelvis forward. Allow the head to soften down. Soft head, soft neck, long spine. Wake up the front of your legs, so kneecaps draw up, thigh muscles draw up. And then just stay here for a few breaths. I'm just going to see the music is hooking a bit. So just stay there. If at any time you need to come up, take a halfway lift, but otherwise just stay strong, straight legs. Allow all the blood to drain down into your head, in and around your face, your eyeballs, around your brain. Nice. Take a few more breaths here. Just see what's happening with the flow of the music. All right. That seems a bit better. All right. Let's all come into a halfway lift. And then we're going to walk across to our left foot to come back into a lunge. This time, lower your right knee down. If you need to here, you can place a cushion underneath that knee. Press firmly into your front foot, draw both arms up. And then bring the arms behind you, interlace your fingers, roll your shoulder caps back. Take your hands perhaps a little away from the buttocks. And just encourage the chest to open. Let's take 3 more breaths. Nice, and then slowly release. Moving into a runner's lunge. You're going to go to the inside of your left leg, so both arms on the inside. Left foot moves a little out to the left with the toes turning diagonally out. You could stay here, especially if your knee's on a cushion. You might be quite comfortable to stay here. You could take it further, bringing elbows down to the floor. We're going to hold about 5 full breaths here. And close your eyes, relax into the shape. Soften a little more. And then bring yourself back up. We're all going to raise our right knee up. Remove your cushion if you had one. And then walk yourself all the way through center, all the way over to your right leg. Come into the lunge on the other side. Ground your left knee down. Press into your front foot. Draw both arms up. Okay, and then again, we're going to bring our hands behind us. Take the second interlace from that first round, roll your shoulder caps back, and then just start to take the hands a little bit away. Draw lower belly in, and then soften into the shape. Nice. Let's release back to our lunge. Remember, you're padding your knee as you need to. Runner's lunge, take your right foot out to the side, toes turning out. If you stayed up on this first side, you'll stay up. If you went down on that first side, you'll go down. And then we'll take 5 full breaths here. So again, close your eyes. Count your breaths and maybe do a little full body scan as you move through those 5 breaths. Don't rush, but when you finish your 5 breaths, you'll slowly bring yourself up. And then bring yourself back into that halfway lift in your wide-legged forward fold. So both feet are facing forward. Let's take a little bend in the knees just to bring yourself up to stand. Okay, hands can come to your hips for the moment. All right, so don't take the legs too wide. And I'll show you from behind. You're going to take your opposite elbow with your opposite hand, right? So to get this action, okay? And then from here, with our wide legs, we're going to wake up the front of the legs, tilt the pelvis, take yourself forward, 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 as far as you can go. Doesn't matter how far you can go. Once you've reached your edge, then you'll relax your head down. Notice which arm is on top. Okay, bend your knees if you need to. Otherwise, straight legs brings you up to stand. Again, notice which arm's on top. And then bring both arms out to the side. Slowly release. Eagle arms, let's take left under right. So you're hooking your left arm under your right. If you can, reaching for your right thumb to hook the left palm around your right wrist or your right thumb or your right palm. Okay, I'm going to lift my elbows up and I'm going to take my forearms away from my face. So look something like that. Okay, you can rest your head on your arms. In fact, I'll actually just show you from the side. Keep lifting those elbows, keep taking the forearms away from you. Beautiful. Slowly release. And then again, bring your hands behind you. Change now. Right? So opposite arm on top. Roll the shoulders back. Take that forward fold. So hips go forward, hips go forward, hips go forward, hips go forward. And then the head softens down. Again, bend your knees if you need to bring yourself up, otherwise straight legs. Okay, release the arms. Oh, so nice. And then we take the opposite, so right under left, hooking around. I like to hook onto my left thumb. And then my elbows draw up, my forearms draw away from my face. My legs are just strong. I'm just holding now so that I can rest my forehead towards my arms and I'm really putting space in the shoulders. Okay. And then let's release the arms. Beautiful. Take a forward fold. So go all the way down, tuck your chin. And then come back into a halfway lift. Look forward. We're going to come to sit in Malasana squat. So heel toe the feet closer together so that your toes are out and your heels are in. You're going to bring yourself down to sit. So your heels might touch the floor, they might not. Doesn't matter, but try drawing out of your flexibility. Okay, hands can come into the heart, maybe elbows to the inside of the thighs. We won't stay here too long. We're just going to move a twist to each side. So bringing right hand behind you. Allow your inner left knee to lower. Hook your left elbow across your right thigh and then twist all the way to your right. So nice for digestion, this one. You can really feel your thigh squish into your belly, into your intestines. It's almost like you're giving yourself an internal massage. Nice. Bring the gaze forward. Travel, 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 travel all the way to your left. Hook across. And you're looking over your left shoulder. Gaze forward first. Bring both hands forward. Find your symmetry for a moment. And then bring hands down, raise hips. Heel toe the feet together, big toes to touch. Bend your knees as much as you need to keep your fingertips to the floor. And then bend a little lower. Squeeze your buttocks slightly. Chair pose, sweep the arms up. Bring your hands into your heart space. Okay, we play with our figure 4 balance. If you've been doing practice this week, you'll know where we're going. Wait until your left leg, right knee lifts. External rotation of that right knee. So I'm placing a really active right ankle onto my left thigh. The left hip is going to want to jut out, squeeze it in. So squeeze onto your midline, encourage that right knee down. And then feel for the crease in your wrist, in your waist, to start to become smaller. So you're going to send your buttocks back, send your buttocks back, send your buttocks back. And maybe you can bring your right elbow to your right knee and your left elbow to your right foot. Keep sending your sit bones back, gesturing that cobra shape by drawing shoulders down away from the ears and broadening through the collarbones. Stay 2 more breaths. Nice. Come all the way up, right knee to chest. Extend your right leg forward and lower it down. Beautiful, big toes to touch. Chair pose, release your hands, bend your knees, sweep your fingertips to the floor, reach your arms up, and bring your hands to your heart. Weight into your right foot, externally rotate that left leg to bring a firm outer ankle onto your right thigh. Squeeze your right hip in, and then again, close that angle in your hips to bring your left elbow to your left knee, right elbow to your left foot. Find a spot in front of you can focus on, and then send your sit bones back. Draw your shoulders down. Draw your lower belly in. Take 2 more breaths. Beautiful. Come all the way up to stand. Extend that left leg and lower it down. Nice. Release the arms. Bring the feet hip distance apart. And then just simply inhale, reach your arms up. Flip your palms back down. Exhale. Inhale, arms up. And exhale down. Last one, inhale up. And exhale down. All right, we're going to do some simple lymph swings now. You can take your feet a little wider than hip distance apart. Open your arms out to the side. And make sure there's nothing around you that if you had to kind of spin in a circle that you could knock your hand on. So how it's going to work is 0 effort. All right, so it's just momentum. You're going to start to swing your arms like spaghetti arms, side to side. Okay, and then I like to lift my heel. So as you go to the left, your right heel will lift. And as you go to the right, your left heel will lift. Just for me, that takes off that bit of rotation in the knee joint. All right, so for those of you who have not done lymph work before or do not know about your lymphatic system, that's your homework. So our lymphatic system, really, I mean, not that there's a more important part of the body than another, I don't think. All kind of works together, but so your circulatory system, right, our kind of main fluid system, driven by the heart. It's got a heart pumping the blood around the body. All right, so just as many lymph vessels in the body, that's the garbage disposal. So toxins travel through the lymph channels to the lymph nodes and to certain areas where it then exits the body. But the lymph doesn't have a heart. So the lymph has movement without increased heart rate and a nice long exhale. Okay, so we're going to do a few more rounds, and I'd like you to try and get your exhales as long as you can. So an easy way to kind of do that is to add an SH sound to your exhale. Okay, so it sounds like this. You're just going to keep going just a little while longer. It should feel quite nice. So it's like you're telling your body, okay, let all of that bad stuff go. Let it move. Send it to where it needs to go so that it can leave my body. All right, and then we'll simply start to slow down until you come to complete stillness. Find your equal standing pose. Take a loop of the shoulders and let your palms face forward. Close your eyes. Ground through your feet. Feel your own vibration. Feel that tingling in the body. Your aliveness. Feel the tingling all the way out to your fingertips, right? So your unique fingerprints that only belong to you. Coming back to our intention again of having the right to be here, deserving this time, and at the same time, having a heart full of gratitude for that privilege. Slowly open the eyes. Take a full breath in, reach your arms up. And then simply fold yourself forward over your legs. You could reach for the back of the calf muscles or the ankles as maybe you draw yourself a little deeper, maybe a little wiggle side to side. Nice. Take a halfway lift. And then bend your knees, bend your knees, bend your knees, bend your knees until you bring yourself to sit. Butterfly pose, soles of the feet together, hands to kind of hook over the toes. Encourage your knees down and your chest up. And then you're going to bend your elbows, go forward, forward, forward. I like to take my elbows to the outside of my shins until you move yourself down, okay? So again, it doesn't matter how far you go, especially if this is your first time. Remember, this is completely new to your body. So your brain is actually going like, I want to do this, and your body's going, I don't know how. So have patience with yourself. The more you do this, the more your body understands it, the more your body recognizes those neural pathways and what you're asking it to do. All right, slowly come up. And then we'll move into a little twist. So let's take our left leg under our right. Take our right over our left. So again, here, opportunity to sit on your cushion. Make sure both your sit bones are nice and grounded. Reach both arms up. And then take a twist to your right. So right hand behind you. And just look over your right shoulder. And then look forward. And you'll simply change. So switching right under left. Again, find both sit bones nice and grounded. My feet are active, so it's quite an active shape, even though we're doing a bit of stretching and we're slowing down now. Reach both arms up and take the twist to your left. you'll look forward. Let's unravel both legs. So both legs in front of you. Okay, now you could have a little bend in the knees. You could even place your cushion underneath your knees or sitting on one and one underneath your knees. You'll reach both arms up and then bring your belly to your thighs first. Okay, then you already feel, oh, okay, maybe that's where I'm staying. Then you'll just soften down. Okay, otherwise you'll work yourself more and more and more. Maybe you got a really long back line, legs are going to straighten completely. You could reach for the feet, the heels, soften yourself down. Wherever you are, just find a nice comfortable shape. Really soften into it after you've moved into it. And then just take 3 nice full breaths. And then slowly we'll come up. Take a little loop of the shoulders. All right. And then just kind of point and flex to your feet for a moment. And just move them a bit side to side. Move the wrists around a little bit. Take a little loop of the shoulders. All right, let's set up for our Shavasana. So that's our final resting pose. You'll just bring yourself to lie flat on your back. You've got a cushion now, so the cushion could be behind your head. Nice and comfy. Put something warm on. Arms out to the side, feet move out to the side. Long in the back of the neck. Palms face up. And just allow the whole body to become completely heavy now. See if you can relax 5% more. And then I want you to count from the tips of your toes to the crown of your head in 10 full rounds of breath. And let go of the counting of the breath, and again just allow yourself to relax 5% more. Simply noticing the feeling of the breath. Maybe the sound of the breath. And then I want you to picture your body lying on the floor. Draw your awareness to the temperature of the air on your skin. Picture the room that you're in. Bring yourself fully present. Take your time to invite movement into your fingers and your toes, your hands and your feet, your legs and your arms until you work your way into a full body stretch. And then keeping your arms above your head, just relax everything. Just again for another moment or two. Bend your knees to place your feet on the floor. Lift your buttocks for a moment and then ground it again. And then slowly roll over onto your right upper arm. Pause here for a moment. And you'll press into your left hand to slowly bring yourself up into a seat. So if you can remember when we started in a cross-legged seat, try and take the second cross. So mostly you always have one that you always use. Hands on the knees again as you close your eyes. Ground down, draw up tall. Gratitude to yourself, your dedication and your discipline to get onto your mat this evening and to really serve yourself. Gratitude to our bodies for carrying us through this life. And I thank you all for joining in the practice this evening. Have a lovely evening. Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that. Almost ending our week of hips. I'm actually a little bit sad. I've been enjoying the hip classes, I must say. Maybe I'll just do a second week of hips. I hope I got into your shoulders a little bit, guys. I think we did quite a bit of shoulder stuff there as well. Well done, everyone. Such a pleasure, Lisa. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Julie, oh, shame sweet. Pleasure, Sandra. Lovely to have you again. So you guys can start throwing out requests for next week. I got one or two from last week still. So if no one pops up something that trumps that, then we'll go with last week's extra requests. But otherwise, start sending your requests. Tag me in some posts. Let me know what you guys want us to focus on next week. Pleasure, Diona. Pleasure, Bridget. Lovely to have you, Lisa and Roz. I'm glad, Lisa. We did get into some shoulder stuff, eh? Anita, Janine. Such a pleasure, everyone. A lot of ladies here, hey? Second week of hips? Okay, we've got 1 second towards the second week of hips. So if there aren't other requests that pop up, we're going to do a second week of hips, guys. Pleasure, Lauren. Is it Micah? Mika? Sorry. Glad that it served you. Such a pleasure, Susan. Yeah, we need to get some gents up in here, ladies. Where are your partners and your brothers and your boys, your boyfriends? Get the guys in here. I'm struggling with my guy as well. Don't worry about it. It's like a thing. But really, all of your bodies who are doing high intensity need to be doing these classes, guys. So if you can't make them in the time slots, these are the only 2 evening classes, Tuesdays and Thursdays, beginners, 5:30 p.m. because the other 3 slots are midday. So that's Monday, Friday, which is our 12:30 intermediate. And then the Wednesday is normally the Jeff top-up stretch class, and that's at 12. So these are the evening classes, but if you can't make the midday classes, then catch them up in the evenings. You guys know you can do that. So that's really, really great. Stretching the hip flexors. Paolo, don't ask me for core. Ooh, okay. That's like stuck in my head now. Maybe we should do we can't release the hip flexors and do a lot of core. So we'll have to see about that. Yuri Burta, first flow class ever. Very cool. Thanks. Such a pleasure, Yuri. Keep coming. Commit to these classes. I promise you. But you guys are not going to feel the difference if you're doing a semi one flow class once a week or once every 2 weeks. Then it's not going to make a difference in your lives, guys. Minimum 2 sessions a week, really minimum. Otherwise, you're not going to feel a difference, and you're pretty much, well, you're never wasting. I mean, yoga's never a waste, but like, seriously, the more you commit to this practice, the bigger the rewards, and the rewards just far outweigh not doing the practice. So thanks everyone again for joining. Andy, you're welcome. Renata, feel like a brand new person. Yay! I know yoga is like a little I don't know, you've probably seen those memes where it's like this crazy lady or this crazy man, and then you walk into a yoga class, you come out and like you're a unicorn. Yoga definitely has the potential to do that. Yoga also has the potential to take you further deeper into yourself, which might not always look like then the unicorn afterwards, but it's all processing. It's getting into our stuff. It's not being able to be distracted by potentially someone like shouting and screaming or music or things like fast movements. There's like, which is amazing because then you are really present. But with this, you got to try and remain present with slow time and no moving. And what happens then? The mind starts to tick, right? So that's the work in yoga, part of the work in yoga. Lovely having all of you in practice, Sadhana. Oh, I'm so glad. Yes, step on the flow journey with all of us, Shanae. We are here. I am here every day, guys. So if you decide, oh, today I'm not going to do flow, all you can think of is Kathleen's face here going, hi, guys, waiting for you to start the class. All right. But thanks so much, everyone, for joining. It's been a lovely week. Tomorrow we'll finish off 12:30 with the intermediate class. Hips, hips, hips again. And then next week I'll announce what we're doing. So you can keep sending me your requests. I've got them here. I know there's always shoulders. We've got hip flexors. We've got core. And there was something else. I know last week we had balances. We had twists, I think. So yeah, send your requests, guys. It's been such a pleasure, really. These weeks are flying by, and I guess time flies when you're having fun. So I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Stay warm, stay safe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Lots of love. Bye.